It's no secret that in hip-hop, rappers love their jewelry. I mean, some rappers spend more on their chains than most people spend on their houses. This might seem crazy to some people, but to others, it's a lifestyle to strive for. Now, something that has always fascinated people was who has the most expensive chain. So we decided to compile a list for you guys of the top 7 most expensive chains in hip-hop and who owns them. Be sure to watch until the end of the video to find out who has the most expensive chain in hip-hop right now. Kanye West, Horus chain. It should come as no surprise that the richest rapper in the world is on this list. Kanye West has a net worth of almost $2 billion and has become known as one of the greatest musical geniuses of our time. He has some of the craziest pieces of jewelry that I've ever seen, and he has never been shy about wearing huge gold chains. Well, the most expensive, biggest, and possibly nicest piece that he has is his giant Horus chain. The entire piece is made out of 24K gold, and at the end of the day, is valued around $300,000. It's modeled after the Egyptian god Horus, the god of the sky, and it's paired with this huge gold chain that was designed to look almost like a pharaoh's necklace. TPain Big Ass Chain. This next one is a big ass chain that cost TPain around $410,000. The chain is so big that it actually advertises it for itself. The face of the chain is literally the words, big ass chain, and they're just stuffed with ice. I'm talking 197 carats worth of shiny dancing diamonds. The diamonds are paired with a strictly white and yellow gold. According to TPain, he looks back on it as a silly purchase, claiming that he only bought it because he was dared to, but I don't know. It may have been an insane amount of money, but not only did TPain have it like that, but I've also seen items that were a lot worse purchased through dares. So I'd say it's a pretty sweet purchase. Lil Jon, Crunk Ain't Dead chain. Now, did you guys know that Lil Jon had a chain that weighs at least a quarter of what he weighs? That's right. One of his nicest chains weighs in at 51 pounds. That's crazy. That weighs more than my nephew's. The famous Crunk Ain't Dead chain cost Lil Jon $500,000 and is packed with 3,750 diamonds. Much like most of the sleekest looking chains out there, this one was made exclusively from white and yellow gold. The links for the chain itself feature this nice spiral twist look to them that just leads the eye down to the crest, which of course lets the world know that Crunk ain't dead. Gucci Mane, Twin Panther chain. Some of the nicest chains out there don't have a crest or an emblem hanging from them, which usually would make them look simple. But there are some jewelers out there that know just how to make things look nice and catch the eye. Gucci Mane is an owner of one of those chains, and this one ran him $500,000 just like Lil Jon. The infamous Twin Panther chain was designed and created by Diamond Club Miami, and they made it look like it was worth every penny. I mean, not only does this thing dance when the light hits it because of the 4,600 diamonds adding up to about 165 carats, but just the design of it looks phenomenal. It sports 2 panther heads that are connected by 3 iced out chains by their mouths. This is one of my favorite chains of all time, no questions. Sean Kingston, 64 crayons chain. While we're on the subject of $500,000 chains, let's take a look at Sean Kingston. He might not have spent that cash on a beautiful girl like he implied in his song, but he sure had to spend $500,000 on himself. This man is walking around with a chain that looks like one of those 64 packs of crayons. To make things crazier though, each crayon was made out of gold, covered in diamonds, and then put that into the box. Meaning, they can come out. I don't know if that's worth $500,000, but that's wicked cool. Now, this piece went missing in 2007 after his sister allegedly shipped it to New York to a specific jeweler. What's confusing to people though is that it was only insured for $500. So not only did Sean Kingston lose his chain, but he only got compensated like 0.1% of what it was worth. Pharrell, NERD chain. This next chain cost Pharrell twice as much as the last few chains. That's right, he was one of the only people in the world with a chain that ran him $1 million. Pharrell has been into jewelry forever, it seems like, but perhaps the most impressive piece has commonly been referred to as the NERD gold chain. Pharrell got the chain to commemorate his band from back in the day known as the Neptunes. On the emblem of the chain, you can see each member depicted there. Though the exact number of diamonds placed on the chain is unknown, it's definitely covered in them from head to toe, and is actually the second most expensive chain to be owned by a rapper. Rick Ross, the iconic face chain. This brings us to the most expensive chain owned by a rapper. Now, you might not have heard music by him recently, but you've almost definitely heard his name before. Rick Ross is the top dog when it comes to spending money on his jewelry, and back in 2008, he showed up to an interview with one of the craziest things that the world has ever seen. He was wearing a chain that had his own face on it, but to take it even a step further into Inception, the chain with his face on it was wearing a chain with his face on it. Rick Ross is nuts for this one. The chain cost him $1.5 million, making it the most expensive chain on this list. He obviously had the chain custom designed, and he definitely was ready for the world to see just how much he truly loves himself. But I mean, to each their own. And honestly, an iced out chain is nicer than a selfie any day. Final thoughts. That's crazy. Can you imagine spending more than $1 million on anything? Well, Rick Ross can, I can tell you that much. And who is to say when someone is going to ball out and buy an even crazier chain? I guess for now, be sure to subscribe to stay in tune with all of our hip hop news and information. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on our next upload. Until next time, stay safe out there.